What's good? Welcome back to Saywhatsreel podcast. I'm Nick.
A lot of these motherfucking teams in the NFL are super trash. I'm Lawrence.
Boy, he coming out hot. That's you coming out hot. This is episode 24, week 6 NFL discussion. About to recap week 5. Who's your surprise?
There ain't really many surprises, but I'm going to go with the New England Patriots. What a fucking performance from this team. Going into Buffalo, Drake May, what a job. Stephon Diggs, that's what I'm talking about. Getting that revenge. You got that dog in you, sir. After that ACL injury, you come in there, put up 100 yards against your old team. Love it. Patriots defense being resilient, stopping the Bills to only a certain amount of points. I thought that was very, very impressive performance from the Patriots. Patriots looking kind of like, they could make some noise here and be a wild card. We'll see. Big wins like this lead to you after how bad they looked the last few seasons. Like I said, Mike Vrabel changes cultures, and he's changing the culture in New England. That's definitely my big surprise this week.
Before I get to my surprise, you didn't give yourself credit. You said the Bills had one coming. The Saints almost beat them. And I was like, no, that says more about the Saints. Huh.
I did say that.
You did. You did say that. Now, that's why I was like, why are you surprised that the Patriots beat them? Because you saw that the Bills was going to fall.
Because I also said that because the Bills were at home, I said I would take them because they're at home, that I would trust them.
Yeah.
But I said it wouldn't surprise me because I feel like the Patriots at home, I said I would have took them. I also, let's be honest here, I called another big upset when I said the Broncos would take care of the Eagles.
So we'll come back to that. We'll come back. My surprise, I cannot believe I have to say this shit, bro. I am so surprised that the trash teams did even... Bro, Kyler Murray getting concussed by a snap, bro, and them losing the way they lost, I was shook to my core. Because I'm like, what the fuck? And then on top of that, I'm surprised that the Dolphins couldn't take care of the Panthers. That surprised me. I was like, all right, bro, here we go. But that bag of trash between that Cardinals game and the Titans surprised me, bro. 21-6. 21-6. And I seen some of the most comical plays we're going to see all season, bro. That was surprising to me. That was my surprise, bro.
I'm surprised you're surprised by that. I'm not surprised. The Cardinals, and to all you Cardinal fans who've commented, oh, where this, where that. No, you're trash. And the thing is, you look at your wins, you've always been frauds. You beat the Saints. You beat the Carolina Panthers. Whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? You lost to the teams you're supposed to lose to, the Seahawks, and you lost to the 49ers. And now guess what? You lost to what people thought was the worst team in the NFL in the Titans. See, you've always been frauds. So to me, it's not too much surprise because their wins weren't even impressive wins. The Saints could have won that game, and the Panthers came back and almost beat them.
Yeah.
These are not surprising to me.
Final surprise, I will say it was surprising that the Commanders did beat the Chargers. I did not see that coming.
Really?
Yeah, I counted them out. Thought that shit was over with.
Chargers got a lot of injuries on the offensive line.
Yeah, they do. And losing Hampton, but it still was surprising to me. It still was surprising.
I mean, it started being dominant the longer it got. But, at least the Commanders are a good football team.
And final surprise, and we'll move on because we can't talk too long. Jaguars surprising the world by beating the Chiefs. Surprised me. I don't know if it surprised you. I think we both sat on here like, this shit is easy. I don't even know why it's that close. My God.
Road games, and if you're on the road and you have 12 penalties, I mean, you're gonna lose the football game. Discipline. That's why they lost the football game. All the penalties at the end of the game cost them.
Nah, that pick six probably fucked them, bro. I think that pick six gave them life, bro.
They got the league back from that.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
It wasn't like they couldn't. The defense just penalties, discipline, and that's what happens at the end of the games. I mean, the offense gave them a chance to win. The defense blew it.
Best team?
So the best team this week, this is tough. There's no undefeated teams left. Bills losing, Eagles losing. This is tough for me. You just got to kind of go by the eye test. The eye test tells me that, and obviously the Rams were looking pretty good and they lost to the 49ers. I mean, the eye test right now, it's tough. I mean, I guess I still want to kind of roll with maybe the Eagles just because I feel like I've been saying the Broncos are a good football team. No one would listen to me.
Yeah, but the Eagles...
But their offense isn't where it needs to be, and that defense is not the same from last season. But I still think overall, when it comes to it, they have the best roster still in the NFL, and it's hard for me to go against. I don't think the Bills are better than them. I think the Bills, the defense is kind of shaky to me, and I feel like they don't have that receiver, that guy that can give me a clutch catch when I need it most. Agree. And that's big to me. At least I know with the Eagles, they're going to get it going. It's still early in the season. I still believe A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, and Saquon Barkley, these guys are going to get it going. You know what I mean? These are Super Bowl champions. They're going to get the job done. I'm going to go with the Eagles. But right now, I feel like this year, more than ever, all the teams are really close. Like, there's no dominant team right now, and I really think that that's what makes the NFL more compelling than ever.
It's the field. But the team that I feel like is the best team, and I'm not bullshitting, bro. Like, I promise you, I'm not just saying dumb shit. I think the Buccaneers are the best team right now. Like, I'm not trying to blow smoke. And I know you don't want me saying that because you're thinking I'm jinxing you. But this is the things that's what's building my case. They are excelling even with the injuries they have, right? Baker is a top 3 quarterback right now, playing like a top 3 quarterback right now. Clutch. They have won all their games. All their games have been very close. I mean, you know your team. So I don't even have to say much. I just look at the landscape. I think if y'all would have played the Eagles again, y'all would beat the Eagles. I think if I had to really sit and think about it, the only team I probably would say is better than them is the Lions. But I don't know, because the Lions, I feel like the Lions can match y'all offensively, but I think y'all are better than them defensively. So that's why I'm going to say that. I don't trust the Bills. I don't know yet. I think y'all could beat the Bills. I think y'all could beat every team. And I'm not dick riding. I'm not trying to blow smoke or none of that shit. But as of right now, and I think when y'all beat the 49ers, I'm going to stand here and be like, I'm not shocked because I think y'all the best team. And I know you don't want me jinxing you. I'm not trying to jinx you.
You're definitely trying to jinx. Because the Buccaneers...
I'm not, bruh.
The Bucs not the best team. We just gave up 35 points.
But Seattle's good.
The Seattle Seahawks offense hasn't looked that good against anyone but the Saints this season. And really, it was special teams that really got them those points more often than not, because that really set them up with short field position with all those punt returns, kick returns, or whatnot. But our defense, as you've seen, it got completely exposed, and it's going to get exposed against any team, most because we don't have the pass rush. And then our corners, to me, are middle of the pack to below average, even with the injury concerns. You gave up way too many points to a team that, honestly, to me, it's a good to okay team. I'm not the biggest believer in Seattle, but what I saw from the defense side, I realized we had to play Detroit in 2 weeks on Monday Night Football. And if Sam Darnold is doing that, I can only imagine what the Lions are going to do at home where they play their best football against us. I don't really like that. I don't like how the defense is playing. To be the best team, I have to see it on both sides of the ball. And I can't say we're the best team because we also lost the Eagles. I think the Eagles have shown.
If you look at that game, though.
I can look at the game all I want. They got the win, and that's all that matters. The Bucs are a top 5 team, and maybe even debatable a top 3 team. The best team in the NFL? No. But I do agree with you with Baker being top 3 quarterback. I think people need to stop overlooking that, because I think
y'all know how to, like, all this adversity you're going through is showing way more than all these other teams. Like, all these other teams, they haven't faced the same amount of adversity as y'all faced.
I can agree, and I do think a lot of people try to shit on our schedule, But I think if you look back now after the games, Falcons are not that bad. They're 2-2. You look at the next game against the Texans. Texans have won 2 straight games.
Yes.
They're not bad. You look at the next game, right? It was against the
I can't remember. It was a cupcake one. Jets.
Okay, they're terrible. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're not. They're terrible. And then the next one was against the Eagles. You saw what happened. Then we beat the Seahawks. So the schedule isn't, as people like to say, cupcake.
It's not as cupcake.
The Lions, to me, have had a cupcake schedule. Now you look back at it, playing these teams.
And we'll rediscuss this. I don't even have to fight for your team, bro. Like, when they face the Lions, that just tell us everything we need to know.
But I do think the 49ers is going to be a tough matchup. The 49ers are a good football team. You talk about injuries and talking about a team.
I think the coaching is, if y'all do lose that game, it's because of the coaching. It's not because, like, Baker. I think it's literally because Shanahan just outcoached Bowles.
And we haven't beat the 49ers in a little minute. They've had our number. Now, it's always been close, but they've had our number. So, we lost them last year by a field goal. So,
but let's get into this week 6. If we short on some of these, it is what it is. We ain't trying to make a long podcast, bro. Eagles at Giants, Thursday night football. Why do I think this is going to be a close game? It's a division game, but I feel like Giants, that front is still decent. I know my Saints, we 0 sacks allowed. But anyway, the Eagles, they haven't been scoring as well. I think Saquon's a little nicked up. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Obviously, the Eagles going to win because the Giants they're not a good football team. I think Dart is not. He's going to keep turning the ball over. It's going to be easy work. Eagles by 10. Eagles by 10.
So if the Eagles would have beaten the Broncos, I would have took the Giants here. I would have been like, okay, they're undefeated. They're going a short week, Thursday Night Football, going to New York. Jackson Dart's going to have a great game. They're going to be looking over the Giants and whatnot. But because the Broncos beat the Eagles like I predicted, the Eagles are going to win this football game based just off of that. Now they're going to wake up. They've lost. You know what I mean? It looks like the Cowboys are waking up. It looks like the Commanders waking up. These teams are, it's going to be a close division. You can't lose games like this. When you're the better football team by a wide margin, you have to take care of business on the road, even on a short week. He made a good point. Probably going to be a low-scoring game. But, yeah, the Eagles should win this game by either a touchdown or, as you got it, by double digits, like 10 points.
20-10.
It's not going to be a blowout, though. I don't see a blowout. That's because the Eagles haven't really been blowing anybody out all season long, and nothing should to make me think they're going to blow someone out on a short week. Those issues and problems they're having aren't going to probably get solved this week. Even though the Giants secondary is to be had. It isn't like the Giants have a great secondary. This is a game that Hurts can get that ball to A.J. Brown, and Hurts can get that ball to Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert and get this offense on the right track. Also, lean on Saquon Barkley. That is what carried the Eagles a lot last season.
And he nicked up?
Yeah, he hasn't even had an 100-yard game yet. That is not the Eagles' offense that I remember from last season.
Bruh, Kellen Moore, they miss him. Let me just leave it at that. Patriots at Saints. Who that? I'm very excited. I'm happy. We finally got a win. I do not think we're going to beat the Patriots, though. One, we only beat the Giants because our defense and Jackson Dart wants to just cough up the ball randomly and throw picks, and Scatterboo is going to fumble, and Howden runs it all the way to the back. We only won that game because of our defense. Our offense, especially red zone, is still not performing up to the level that it should be performing, and we're going to need to score touchdowns. I think Drake May, he's not Jackson Dart. You've seen what he did in Buffalo. He's going to light us up. If we're not prepared for that, if anything, we need to be matching the firepower. I'm terrified of what Diz is going to do to Kool-Aid and Quincy Riley. I'm terrified. I'm like, God damn. Like, I'm worried about that. But if we don't get pressure, it's not going to matter because Dre May, he's going to do his thing. So we do have a shot if we can somehow keep it low scoring. if we can somehow do that, but I don't think Christian Gonzalez is going to let Olave and Shaheed and all. I don't think that secondary is going to let them go crazy. I think Vrabel is going to have a defensive plan ready. This is going to be a tough game for us to win if Kellen Moore does not cook on offense for us. Like this scheme that he brings on this Sunday, it needs to be elite to beat this team, bro.
This game will be closer than what the experts think. Saints are at home. Saints play well at home. All their games at home has been within like 7 points, at least. So this game's gonna be close. I believe the Saints will keep the game close. Mostly any game they have at home, I think they can keep close. I worry about the Saints on the road. They've always, even with Drew Brees, this team wasn't the greatest on the road. They've always had issues on the road. Mm-hmm. So that's just how the Saints are. That's really how all dome teams are. The Lions have the same issue. So because they're at home, this game will be closer. Because the Patriots are still not, they're still learning how to win. They're not a team that is, dominant, stuff like that. I will take the Patriots to win this game because I just believe that Mike Vrabel has more experience than Kellen Moore. And Drake May is improving every week. And as you said, Stephon Diggs, and even the Hunter Henrys, and their running game showed up last week actually against the Bills. They'll do enough to win this football game, but it just wouldn't shock me if it was Patriots 21, Saints 17, or Patriots 24, Saints 21, something like that. And also, you can't trust the Saints kicker, man. This dude be missing kicks left and right.
Bro, Groupie needs to be fired.
Like, he be missing kicks left and right. So it wouldn't even shock me if they get down there, field goal, he misses the game winner. Because that's just the way this stuff be going. But I definitely believe in the Saints at home more than I trust them on the road, and they play very well at home.
Now, let me turn on my delusion. The way we could win is if Spencer Rattler improves more. Like, Spencer Rattler has been steady. He's been okay.
He's a game manager.
Yeah, he's a game manager. If they're taking more shots down the field, if Olave is getting more opportunities down the field, and they can open it up and allow...
He had that 87-yard touchdown.
That should help. And you have Kendre Miller. He's running hard. And Kamara does what he does.
Kendre Miller's playing better than Kamara.
Bro, he has, and he's been running like he
runs hard.
He runs hard,
You
bro.
can just tell the age difference.
I don't want, if they trade Kamara, I'm not going to be sad because I appreciate everything he's done, and he's a legend for me.
It might be time for him to move out the way.
But his shareage, his usage rate is dropping, and Kendre Miller is I think more it's hey, we got to let this motherfucker run because he's been running.
He could tell. We seen it when we went to the first game.
Yeah.
Miller just runs hard.
Right.
I'm not saying that Kamara doesn't, because Kamara still can be, especially on a playoff team, can definitely be good. You know what I mean? But Miller's looking like he should be taking over.
But this game would be one. It's gonna have to be aggressive, bro. They can't do I'm loving the no huddle with second and lead and no huddle, which I knew it was based off the Pacers offense. Mm-hmm. I was wondering how that was gonna be, and now I'm seeing it. I'm loving it, but we're gonna have to throw the ball down the field to beat this team.
And it should be leading to more points.
Yeah,
that's what it's supposed to do. That's
the problem. We get all the way down the field, we get to the red zone, and we're relying on our kicker who can't kick shit. And so that's what's starting to piss me off. If we're gonna win this game, it needs to be red zone touchdowns. Period.
I agree.
Red zone touchdowns. Seahawks at Jaguars.
So Seahawks are going to have to travel across country, kind of like the Bucs travel to see them across country. Those games are always tough. Jags on a whole high after their win over the Chiefs. Maybe a little bit too confident. I feel like what I've seen from the Jaguars last week offensively is very encouraging. But I think defensively, they give a lot of big plays, a lot of chunk plays. Patrick Mahomes almost had 400 yards in total offense by himself. Of course, I do understand Sam Darnold can't run like that, but I can tell you one thing. Darnold can throw the football. So it would not shock me whatsoever if JSN, Horton, Cooper Kupp have a big day. It just would not shock me. The Seahawks have a lot of injuries, though. a lot of injuries on the defense side of the ball. I think that's why they got cooked by Mecca Ibuka for over 150 yards receiving. That worries me because Brian Thomas came on last week. He looked really good. And even Travis Hunter had a good game last week. So I feel like this is going to be, I would take the over 100% in this one. For the winner, it's tough. Because I do think the Jaguars are trending in the right direction. But at the same time, I feel like they might be on a high, too much of a high, and they might be too confident, and the Seahawks are coming off a loss. So they're going to be more hungry, I feel like. I'm leaning towards the Seahawks in this one by a field goal. I really feel like if they do lose, it's going to be because of Darnold throwing a pick like he did against the Bucs. That's the thing. When you take the Seahawks, you have to consider who Sam Darnold is. He is what he is. Trevor Lawrence is kind of goofy too. That touchdown at the end of the game was luck when he fell. That could have been disastrous.
Listen. Yes, that could have been disastrous. I think this is going to be a shootout for sure. And I'm a roll with the home team. I got to roll with the home team. And I think Travis Hunter, he's going to get a touchdown in this game. I think Brian Thomas is going to come on a little bit stronger. NTN, I think NTN is going to have a nice day because we saw what Rashad White did. And I think NTN is better than Rashad White. So I think he's going to.
That's not how it always works.
I know it ain't how it works.
But all that matters, man.
But hey, Trevor Lawrence, him being mobile too. I think this is a bad spot for the Seahawks, and they're going to take another L. I think the score, it's going to be something like 34-27 Jaguars. That's what I'm thinking.
It wouldn't shock me. With Darnold throwing these picks, dog, I mean, it just would not surprise me.
That's not, bro.
But he can throw the football. He can sling it.
Sunday Night Football, Lions at Chiefs. I'm literally stuck because I'm like, damn, bro, the Chiefs really sold, bro. They really sold. But also, the Lions ain't really been playing nobody. It seemed like a little trick spot. But I'm gonna have to roll with the Chiefs. There's no way Mahomes and them took that L and they gonna be like, damn. Nah, I think they like, oh no. This shit is not happening. We about to step on somebody next. And they about to prove a point on the Lions. I don't know, bro.
This is a tough spot for me.
It's tough.
It's very tough for me because I feel like I have to look at it in two lenses. The Lions next week play the Bucs at home, at the crib, on national television, Monday Night Football, right? They got the Chiefs this week. So in my mind, it's either they're going to lose this week or they're going to lose next week. I don't see double losses. So they're getting a win one of these places. And I'm more inclined to give them the win against the Bucs than I am against the Chiefs because on the road, in the Chiefs' kingdom, it's tough. Because I just don't see the Lions losing back-to-back games, and they really don't be losing at home. They look so good at home more often than not. I want to say we beat them last year at home, so I feel like they're going to remember that. It's going to be kind of a revenge spot. So I don't think the Chiefs are also going to fall to 2-4. So I have to go with the Chiefs just based off of.
It's tricky.
It's just like everything's leaning go towards Chiefs. I'm gonna pick the Chiefs, and I think another reason I pick the Chiefs is they're getting contributions out of guys like Tyquan Thornton, who was literally a nobody before this season, who basically was a failure for the Patriots, and he has been producing for them this season. And I have to think about that because next week they get Rashee Rice back. So they're going to have Rashee Rice, Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Hollywood Brown, and Tyquan Thornton, and Travis Kelce. So their receiving core isn't good. Plus, in the backfield, we saw Pacheco finally start looking more like himself this week. Kareem Hunt runs the ball hard. And they got this rookie 7th-rounder, Brashard Smith. This guy catches the ball at the backfield, really good. So, I feel like the Chiefs' season might turn around this week against the Lions, especially when you end up getting back, to me, one of the better receivers in football. So
That's-
I'm liking the Chiefs in this spot. I feel like it's a field goal game. I feel like Bucker will get the job done. 45-yard field goal. They win the game. I do feel it. I do see it being high scoring though. Even though the Lions on the road usually don't score as much, but
Yeah.
I feel like this one will be high scoring because the Chiefs, they've been having a little bit of a discipline problem on defense with these pass interference call. That one with the Brian Thomas one. If you
Bruh.
just turn around, brother, that's a pick. You know what I mean? It's just stuff like that. It's just
Piss
like,
me off.
yeah.
But
So,
I won't sleep on the Lions. I'm not saying they don't have a shot.
they do. I'm saying field goal, so they could definitely.
The Lions could win. It's just hard for me to picture Mahomes losing and going to 2-4. Like it's like God damn. Like I think that would show like the fall off of the Chiefs.
It won't be because of. And last game was because of the offense, really.
No, it's 'cause-
It's going to be once again if this defense can't get stops. I think that's what it comes down to. I
Bruh.
feel like Mahomes, at least I have him on my fantasy team, so I watch all of his games and I also look at the stats. His numbers look good, so
He's balling, bro.
so it's the defense.
They lost that game when the defense allowed that bomb to Brian Thomas, and they got. I think it was the last drive.
with that
Bruh.
perfect throw from Trevor
I was
Lawrence.
like,
Yeah, it was
what the
perfect.
fuck? I was like, oh, we're gonna lose now.
I mean-
'Cause I'm just like, I'm sitting here like, oh my god.
I ain't gonna lie. I thought they lost when I saw Travis Hunter do that catch, mossing people and stuff. I was like, over 2 weeks, I was like, that was a little iffy. Me, I was like, this is kind of looking kind of crazy
Bro,
now.
the switch. Oh my god, we talk so much. All right, Bucs. Actually, let me set it back. 49ers at Buccaneers. Take the floor.
Tough football game. We've obviously seen the 49ers don't need Brock Purdy to win football games. They don't need Ricky Purcell. They don't need Juwan Jennings. They've found a way to beat a good Rams team on the road on Thursday Night Football in overtime without some of their best players. So I'm not sleeping on the 49ers. They obviously have one of the better coaches in the regular season. I'm not going to say overall because in the playoffs and Super Bowl, he's ass. That's Kyle Shanahan. And obviously one of the better defensive coordinators and Robert Saleh. So this game is obviously going to be tough. We haven't beat the 49ers in a little minute. The last few times we played them, we lost by a field goal. I think the game before that, they just took care of us. Big BTA, belt to ass us before. So 49ers have always given us some problems. This is tough game, but I'm going to roll with my Buccaneers in this one because if they don't win this game, the next week against the Lions, it just gets tougher. I think we will win this football game. It's going to be tight, though. It's going to be close. Because what games the Buccaneers is not? I feel like we are the soap opera of the NFL is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Bro, dramatic, bro.
The most dramatic games is when you come and you play the Buccaneers. So why would this not be dramatic? I can see Mac Jones, especially after what Sam Darnold did. And Mac Jones had 300 yards against the Rams. I can see Mac Jones going off this week. I can see Ricky Purcell, if he's back. If Juwan Jennings is back, I can see them all having good games. But guess what? I know what Baker Mayfield's going to do. I know what Emeka Ibuka's going to do. I know what Chris Godwin's going to do. I know what Rashad White's going to do. I know what Kate On's going to do. I know what our offense is capable of doing. And we've been getting other people involved, like Tez Johnson and Sterling Shepard. So this is going to be a close football game, 100%. It might even be a high-scoring football game. I might take the over again. So I can see the Buccaneers pulling this one off at home at the crib. Like I've always say this, I do mean this. If the game is close at the end, I'm going with Baker Mayfield in another fourth quarter comeback because that's just what he does. That's just what he does. So I'm going Tampa Bay Buccaneers 30, 49ers 27. Oh, and Christian McCaffrey will have a good game. That's a big problem for us because we have no linebackers that can guard him. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna make this short and simple. I already said earlier, I got the Bucs beating the 49ers. I think that offense is clicking. I think Emeka Ibuka is Rookie of the Year. And I think he's going to continue to prove that. I think Baker is a dog. Like, I hate saying it as a Saints fan, but Baker is a dog. And I just think the Bucs been losing to them. I just feel like they are going to get their get back. Like, this is the moment where they like, hey, we're going to beat these 49ers. They've been having their way with us. It's been close games. I don't even think this one's going to be too close. I think it'll be like 31-24. Like 31-24, something like that. where like the Bucs have it last. It's not like, oh, the 49ers are driving and they failed. No, I think the Bucs are going to just beat them. The 49ers did play a hell of a game Thursday night. They beat the Rams. I think that was more about the Rams shooting themselves in the foot more than about the 49ers. And I think it's a valiant effort by Sam Darnold. But I don't know,
Matt
man.
Jones.
Matt Jones?
Or Matt Stafford.
Yeah, yes. Fuck. Y'all know the fuck I'm saying. But I think the 49ers, I don't know if it's going to be a smooth sailing when they go to Tampa, bro.
Yeah, traveling cross country is tough.
Yeah.
All right, next on the bill. Next on the bill. Bills versus Falcons. Monday Night Football. In the dome, man. The Mercedes Dome. Let's do it.
Bro,
what you got?
Dawg, I swear, if the Bills lose this game, this should be Bills spread easy. If the Bills lose this game, this season is gonna be bananas, bro. Like that, every Monday night game so far has been dramatic, crazy. All the premier games have been just primetime games have been crazy, but this one should not. I think the Bills are definitely the better team. But for some reason, they're going to piss me off. They're going to let Bijan run down their throat. They're going to let Drake London look like top 10 receiver. I just, top 5. But I just feel like this should be an easy win for the Bills. But something's going to piss me off. Something's going to piss me off. And I can't even give you, like, the exact reason. But all these games on Monday nights have been weird, bro. They've been weird. If it's Sunday night, Monday night, all of them been weird. But this should be easy for the Bills. I'm going to say the Bills win this game 28, Falcons 20.
So y'all know I love to have like an upset of the week type of thing. You know what I mean? I took the Broncos over the Eagles, got that one, bang. This one might be another one right here. I think I might take the Falcons here. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. They're coming off of a bye week here to prepare and extra day with the Monday Night Football game at home in the Mercedes Dome, man. I think this is a perfect get-right spot, especially after coming off of a win where the offense finally looked good and put up 30 points against the Commanders. I'm taking the Falcons to win this football game. And I think you kind of laid out the blueprint. Bijan Robinson. And I feel like Michael Penix Jr. is going to have a good day throwing the ball to not only London, but Kyle Pitts is going to get involved like he did against the Commanders, Mooney. And I think they're going to do enough because I feel like the Falcons defense, Raheem Morris, you're giving him too many days, too much time to prepare for Josh Allen and this offense that is still, to me, not there yet. And I think the Falcons are going to do just enough to pull out a victory at home. The only thing I worry about, special teams. If the kicker messes this up for me, my upset prediction, I'm going to be pretty pissed off. Ladies and gentlemen, they're in a dome. There is no excuses that these kickers should be missing field goals inside. There's no conditions to make them miss. No wind, nothing. No elements. You are inside.
Special teams has been awful.
So it would not surprise me if it's a missed field goal or a blocked field goal or some BS. But I'm taking the Falcons for the upset. This is my upset of the week. Taking the Falcons.
Bears at Commanders. I think the Commanders will win. I think they're going to win, but Caleb Williams, DJ Moore, Rome, Luther Burden, Cole Kmet. I think them boys, they're building something, and I like Ben Johnson as a coach. And also, I mean, we all know he's a great offensive coordinator, and he's coming to his own as a coach. I think they're going to have something special for the Commanders. And I think they will beat the Commanders, but it's just something about, am I taking JD or I'm taking Caleb Williams? And to this point, I just got to take JD. I think the better quarterback is going to win the game. But it would shock me if the Bears come out and blew the doors out their ass. I'm just saying, just in general, it wouldn't shock me. But I'm going to roll with JD and the home team. But just laying it out, I think the Bears, man, they're going to be ready for their ass.
Not so fast, my friend. I think I'm taking the Commanders too. I want to take the Bears bad. I want to have like another upset for y'all, but the Bears haven't beaten anyone good yet. And until I see them beat a good football team, a complete football team, and not the Raiders and the Cowboys, I cannot take you. I feel like the Commanders are a good football team, and I just feel like Jaden Daniels is just going to make too many plays that the Bears are not going to come back to win this football game. I think the Bears will keep the game close. I can see that because, like you said, Ben Johnson's going to have a scheme ready. He's going to have some stuff laid out. But at the end of the day, you got to roll with the Commanders because they just know how to win. And until we see it from the new head coach, Ben Johnson, I got to go with Dan Quinn and them boys down in Washington.
Closes out, man. Closes out.
With that being said, that was episode 24 of Say What's Real. Please like, follow, subscribe on our TikTok and our YouTube page at Say What's Real Podcast. I'm Lawrence.
And I'm Nick. And do not let the Saints beat the Patriots. Oh, my God. If we beat the Patriots, next week episode will be electric. I can guarantee that.
You already know. Fire the cannons.